Live from the prestigious law offices of Pecknick and Schaefer here in the wild west end of Long Beach. And this next guest knows a lot and is going to tell us a lot about, Paul Fesher is going to tell us a lot about what's unique about running on the boardwalk, because this is a man that knows about running in marathons. Paul, the stage is yours.
Thanks so much. Well, Long Beach is a great place. I mean, I moved down here 20 years ago specifically so that I could run. I got sick and tired of hills. I decided it'd be a lot more fun to run on the boardwalk. After all, a lot of people nowadays love to have their tunes with them and their iPhones or iPods plugged in. There's no safer place to run than to get on the boardwalk. Do a little more than 4 miles on a round trip, and you don't have to worry about the cross traffic. No hassles there. Works very, very nicely. So, since this is such a great place, it's great of Bob McIntyre and his group to be putting on a spring fun run. So, you know, this is the time of year where everybody says, springtime, got to take care of myself, got to get back in shape. And this is a great purpose to do that, to benefit the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. This is going to be Saturday, April 21st. First of all, we're going to have a half mile for kids. Kids, that's under the age of 14. So when you're a teenager, you can't do it, you know. But 13 and younger, that's at 9 o'clock. That's a half mile run, quarter mile out and quarter mile back. Then we have a 4 mile run. This is for people of all ages and abilities. In a way, running is sort of like bowling. You don't have to have a heavy skill set. Anybody that goes out there and achieves their goal, even if it's just finishing, they're winners. Only one person can finish first, but everybody can be a winner. That's what's great about it. So this will be great, and we're going to be giving out awards in different categories. Top 3 overall will get them, but we'll also have some of the boys and girls, and the top male and female for Long Beach, the Long Beach residents, that'll be great. The top folks from the Greater Long Island Running Club, and 3 medals in every age group. So every 5-year age group, if you're 85, and I guarantee you, we're going to have people here over the age of 80, and if we can talk them into it, we may even have 1 or 2 folks over the age of 90 coming down. Now, if that won't shame you into running, what will? That's what we need to make this a great event. You can get applications online at lirunning.com. You can pick up something over at the Long Beach Recreation Center. So there are plenty of ways to get in. Worst comes to worst, show up that morning, and you can still enter. That'll be right at the Allegria Hotel. Saturday, April 21st. Sign-in will start at 8 o'clock, the kids race at 9 o'clock, and the 4 mile run and walk at 9:30.
Excellent. All right, let's give it up to Paul. It was awesome. I want to bring, before we get to rock, I want to bring Jerry Snell in here briefly for 1 second. No, Jerry Snell. Jerry, earlier you mentioned Will and Cliff Scooten. And I mentioned earlier in the show that we're going to be doing a show on April 17th from the Russo Foundation. And this is how we're going to tie in the students and the Russo Foundation. The Russo Foundation are going to be honoring Will and Cliff Scooten for their excellent work of teaching handicapped children how to surf. So they're going to be at a special dinner in May, and on the 17th, Will and Cliff Scooten will be on our show to talk about receiving that prestigious award from the Russo Foundation about how they spend hours and hours teaching handicapped children how to surf. So I just wanted to mention that, and again, it typifies what Long Beach is all about.
Sure, I'd like to bring that up again. Will and Cliff are going to be honored May 4th by the Teresa Foundation, and in the past Will and Cliff started Surf for All with the Scooten family, and they've helped autistic children, Down syndrome children, blind people, you can see that online, to be able to surf. They were able to help the soldiers we'll bring up here in the summer. They donate all their boards and all their surf instructors, and all the soldiers have been up on the surfboards no matter how injured they were. Last year there was a woman who came down who was on national radio and said that she can't walk, but she could surf, thanks to Cliff and Will. So they're being honored May 4th at the Teresa Foundation, and like Howie said, they'll be here April 17th on the radio.
All right.
Our fundraiser is May 7th at Lola's.
All right. Let's give it up for Jerry. And even though they're not here, the students. All right, he has been a regular on our show. He's an inspiration to everyone here in Long Beach. He's going to do his next movie review, He's amazing. All his fans are listening. Let's give it up for my friend Rocco Pasafume.
Thank you very much, Howie. The movie I chose to review this week was Wrath of the Titans. Wrath of the Titans is directed by Jonathan Leisman, and it stars Sam Worthington, Liam Neeson, and Ralph Fiennes. It is a sequel to the 2010 remake of Clash of the Titans. Like the first film, Wrath is based on the Greek mythology stories of Perseus. In Clash, Perseus, who is played by Sam Worthington, is the mortal son of Zeus, played by Liam Neeson. In the first film, Perseus rescues his family from Hades, the lord of the underworld, played by Ralph Fiennes. In Wrath, which takes place 10 years later, Perseus has a son and lives a quiet life fishing as a mortal. However, the gods lose control over the imprisoned Titans, and Perseus must rescue Zeus from Hades, who seeks revenge before his immortality withers and dies away. Now, as far as the movie goes, there's a lot of great action scenes, and you see this in 3D, it's really quite impressive, especially when they battle monsters like the Cyclops, the Minotaur, and the giant Kronos. However, like the first film, the movie suffers from problems with the script. The dialogue is like really cheesy, and people who love Greek mythology will find that, like the Clash of the Titans film, it kind of is a little insulting to their intelligence and really kind of waters down the Greek mythologies and even the original Clash of the Titans, which a lot of people cherish so much. So unfortunately, to balance it out, it's a decent film, but it's just not worth so much the money you're spending, I think. So I think that, in all fairness, the Wrath of the Titans deserves 2 out of 5 stars.
All right. Rocco tells it the way it is. Let's give it up for Rocco. All right. Starting in a few weeks, we're starting up a new segment here on the Halftime Howie Show, broadcasting on the beach with Halftime Howie, and very excited about this. Let me ask a question to everyone. Do you love the restaurants in Long Beach?
Yeah.
All right. But I think people love restaurants, but they really don't know everything there is to know about restaurants. They don't really know what to look for, the best meals, the best entrees, the best appetizers. Well, we got somebody who's going to be coming up on the show that knows everything there is to know. She loves restaurants. She's been in the restaurant industry a long time, and she's going to be a major asset because Long Beach is loaded with restaurants, and it's going to be an informative weekly segment. We're calling it Bonnie the Gourmet Girl. And without further ado, let's give it up for Bonnie. And Bonnie, we just want to welcome you to the show, and we're real excited about this new segment coming up on our show.
Thank you, Howie. Yes, WGGP will now have a food critic at your service, but I am going to be a positive food critic. I'm putting a spin on the typical food critic. I'm going to find the hidden gems in Long Beach and let you know what is tasty at the old standbys, so everyone in Long Beach can have a go-to radio station in WGGP 1240 AM to hear what's happening with our local restaurants, diners, and more. I will be starting in about 2 weeks, and I look forward to telling everybody about what's happening in restaurants in our local Long Beach area.
All right. That's going to be great. Let's give it up for Bonnie. You know, one of the things I love about this show is we have a platform for entertainers, young and old, to perform on the radio. And after the break, Benoit is bringing a 11-year-old boy by the name of Jack Plunkett, and he is going to sing one of my all-time favorite songs, Imagine, by John Lennon. You know, I have to admit, I am a big American Idol fan, and my favorite moment on Idol was about 4 years ago when David Archuleta sang Imagine. It was incredible. It was amazing. So I am so psyched to hear Jack Plunkett sing Imagine after the break. So folks, if you're listening on the radio, don't you dare change the channel. The 11-year-old phenom named Jack Plunkett is going to sing Imagine by John Lennon after the break. So keep it here. All right, broadcasting from the wild west end of Long Beach from the prestigious law office of Pecknick and Schaefer. I am Halftime Howie, and this is the first and oldest radio station in Long Island, 1240 AM, WG.